love you. We love you. Welcome back to the show, bud.
It's good to be back.
You know, it's your 10th time on the Tonight Show here.
10 times.
That's great. Thank you very much.
It's a celebration.
I appreciate this.
20 years of Get Lifted, 10 times on Jimmy. That means once every 2 years. That's a decent pace.
Yeah, that's a decent pace. I want you on more.
Okay, I'll come back once a year. Let's get back to that.
Let's do that. How are
Once a
Chrissy
year.
and the kids? How's the fam?
Everybody's good.
Yeah?
We have 4 kids now. I don't know if you know this, but
That's right.
we have 4 kids now.
That's great. How's everyone in the fam? They're
It's a
doing good?
large brood now, you know.
4's a lot. What are the ages?
So Luna is 8.
Oh
She's in
my gosh.
3rd grade. She'll be 9 very soon. She's doing like musical theater at school. She's playing young Nala
Is she really?
in Lion King. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, and then Miles, he's really into sports, and he's 6 years old. He'll be 7 in May.
Cute.
And so we play a lot of football, basketball, baseball in the backyard, and he's on some of the teams at school. He's a better athlete than I was.
Really?
Yes.
At 6 years old?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. I was very good at music.
Yeah.
God was like, no.
Yeah. That's not gonna happen.
You don't
for
get to get everything.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. I tried for a while. I tried out for everything, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't make any team. It was embarrassing.
I was just waiting for a sport where you could be short and slow and not athletic, but nothing ever came around.
I felt bad for my dad because he would come to the baseball games and people would just give him tips on how to make me better. Like, maybe tell Jimmy to lift his elbow up more, but that's like, he's trying everything, man.
He's
the kid's,
trying.
hopefully he's funny. I don't know.
I was very good at collecting football cards.
Yes! I was good at that stuff,
Yes,
too. I had a
yes.
couple shoeboxes full of that stuff. And the baby is...
So we have 2 babies. So Esti's 2
Yes.
and Ren is 1. So Esti, you know, she just turned 2 in January.
You brought a picture of her birthday cake. She's really into John Cena at 2 years old.
This is a fact. She's kind of over it now, but there was like maybe like a 4-month phase where she just was obsessed with John Cena
Did
dolls.
she watch wrestling?
No, we never watched WWE at the house. And I didn't even, like, I grew up in the WWF era before John Cena was ever even
me
heard
too, yeah,
of.
yeah.
And so I know all the wrestlers from back then, so I didn't even really know John Cena except from his movies. And, you know, somehow, maybe one of the nannies showed her like a doll, and she just started getting obsessed with John Cena.
With the doll. Does she
with
know
the
that he's
doll.
a real person?
I don't know that she knows he's real. We were going to try.
She's gonna freak out because he kind of does look like the doll.
Yeah. For her birthday, we were going to try to find him on Cameo. You know, you heard of Cameo? Where you can get like a reality star.
John
like,
Cena's not on...
He's not on Cameo.
No, he's not on Cameo, but to wish her a happy birthday?
To wish her a happy birthday.
Oh, he would totally do it.
She would have freaked out.
He's one of the nicest guys.
He
He's
seems like
like
it.
you. Yeah, he's one of the nicest guys we've known. He's been on the
seems
show
like
probably 9 times.
Well, John Cena, if you're out there.
Yeah. Let's talk about this, the 20th anniversary of your album right here.
Yes, Get Lifted.
And you have a nice deluxe version.
We did a nice deluxe version. It has 3 LPs, so the first two are the original version of the album. So we didn't touch that.
Yep.
And then the last LP is a bunch of remixes, and it features, you know, the great Black Thought on there.
That's right.
And some other
Black Thought
amazing...
yeah, there he
yes.
is. I'm a big fan, dude.
Yes.
I'm a big fan.
We have Lil Wayne on there, and Killer Mike, and Tim's, and
Killer
Simi. Got remixes by Ninth Wonder,
Lauryn Hill?
my musical director, Eugene Man Roberts. Lauryn Hill's on there, but we actually recorded that back in 2005 during the cycle for Get Lifted back then.
Is that right?
Yeah, and that was produced by Wyclef.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Now, how did you get hooked up with Lauryn Hill?
So the first time I met Lauryn Hill, I was still a student at the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So I was going to school there, and I used to play at this church up in Scranton. So Scranton's a couple hours north of Philly, and I would drive up there every weekend. And one of my choir members' name was Tara Michelle, and she went to high school with Lauryn Hill. And the score had already been a huge success for the Fugees, yes.
Yeah.
And Killing Me Softly, and everybody was wondering when Lauryn's gonna go solo. And she was working on her solo album, and Tara was like, Johnny, come to Jersey with me, and we're gonna meet Lauryn Hill. She's working on her solo album. And so they're in there working on the album, and I get on the piano just to show her what I could do. It was like a mini audition, and Yeah, I was nervous, but you know, I did my thing. I sang a little Stevie Wonder, sang an original song too, and then she was like, "Why don't you play piano on this song and work on it now?" And it was "Everything Is Everything" from the Miss Education Lauryn Hill. Oh, yeah. So that was my That was my first credit on any album. And it was, you know, one of the greatest albums of all time. Rolling Stone said it was like literally the greatest album
of all time. Yeah. I was looking for the credit.
Or Apple Music said that.
And I think I found it right here.
Yes.
This is your credit.
They called me up, so they're like, I didn't know if the song was gonna make the album. I didn't know if my parts were gonna make the album. And so I was just waiting to find out, and I get a call from the A&R at Columbia Records, which is where Lauren signed. And they asked me how to spell my name for the album credits. I was like, oh, okay, you want to know how to spell my name? So I was like,
yeah, it's happening.
John R. Stevens. John R. Stevens, Stephen's. And I was like, in retrospect, that was not a great stage name to like put on the album credits.
John Legend's better.
John Legend's a lot better. I didn't become John Legend for a while. I was John R. Stevens on track 13 of the Miss Education Lauryn Hill.
If you look, zoom in.
We're going to zoom in there.
There you go.
And
John R. Stevens. That's a big deal.
So for a while, that was my claim to fame at school. And you know, she was asking me, you know, how do you want to be credited? How much you want to get paid? And I really didn't know what to ask for. And so I asked my friend who had been interning in the music business that summer, came back to school, and I was like, yo, I'm about to be in the Lauryn Hill album. How much should I ask for? He's like, $500. I was like, they're all laughing.
No way.
So I'm like, okay, $500. So I got $500.
They were like, okay, yeah, buy it. Okay, perfect, yes, deal's a deal. Yeah,
they're like, yes, no negotiation necessary. Deal.
That's the cheapest deal we've ever made in the history of the world. That's fantastic.
No publishing, no nothing.
And here you are. But you made it. You tracked 13.
I made it, and then obviously we got Miss Hill to do the remix of So High in 2005 with Wyclef producing it. So that was a nice full circle moment.
Dude, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. Also, you're going on a massive tour. You're going to
kick
up a Get Lifted 20th Anniversary World Tour.
That's right.
I mean, this is all over the place.
Yeah.
You're going to do the O2 Arena.
Yes, we're going to the UK, we're going to Europe, and we'll be all over North America as well.
That's fantastic.
We just announced the dates today, so everybody can go to johnlegend.com.
Johnlegend.com. Get tickets, everybody. You're performing Used to Love You.
Yes.
Featuring Black Thought from The Roots. We can't wait for that one.
So we did a remix of it for the third LP of the deluxe edition here, and Ninth Wonder produced it, who's worked a lot with Black Thought as well over the years, and one of the legendary hip-hop producers and scholars of hip-hop. And he did a really dope remix, and we're going to do it tonight.
You always bring it every single time you come on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank
I appreciate
you.
it. John Legend, everybody, Get Lifted. 20th Anniversary Edition is out now. And for tour information, go to johnlegend.com. John and I are doing something fun after the break. Stick around, everybody.